In this tutorial, we will assemble the US Digital E5 optical kit encoder. These instructions would also apply to the E3 and the E6 kits as well. Your E5 kit will include an encoder base, a cover, a module, a hub disk assembly, screws to mount the module, and screws to mount the cover, as well as a centering tool, a spacer tool, and a hex tool. Your encoder modules may be packaged in an ESD bag or in a tube like this. And your encoder hub disk may be packaged in a jewel case or in a large tray. The hex tool could be a driver style or a smaller key like you see here. All right, in step 1, we'll be installing the encoder base. You'll notice I'm wearing protective gloves as well as an ESD wrist strap. For the base plate, we're going to use the centering tool. The smaller end of the tool is going to be slid down on the shaft until it comes in contact with that mounting base. You'll provide your own mounting screws, 2 or 3 screws typically, depending on the bolt hole pattern. And then applying light pressure to the centering tool, you're going to tighten these screws to 4 to 6 inch-pounds. The centering tool can then be removed and used for later installations. In step 2, we'll be installing the hub disk assembly. For the E5 kit, the set screw will be located below the encoder disk. The spacer tool will be inserted below the disk and around the shaft, and then the disk will be pushed down until it contacts the spacer tool. In step 3, we'll be applying slight downward pressure on the hub disk assembly and using the hex tool to tighten the set screw to 2 to 3 inch-pounds. You can then remove the spacer tool and it can be used for future installations. For step 4, we'll be installing the optical encoder module. The thin side of the module will be located above the hub disk assembly. And you'll notice these 2 holes on the bottom of the module, which will fit onto the 2 pins on the E5 base. You can slide the module on and snap it into place. If you're using the differential version, then you'll take the line driver and the module and carefully slide the line driver onto the 5 pins of the module. Use caution, the pins are sharp and they can be bent. And then it installs onto the base the same way, snaps into place. The last step with the module is these screws to secure it in place, which are tightened to 3.5 to 4 inch-pounds. The final step is to install the encoder cover with the 2 flathead screws, and these are tightened to 2 to 4 inch-pounds. Your E5 encoder is now ready for use.